Oh, whoops. I was just reading some very important educational material here because I'm currently in the parking lot outside of a public library. And I must remind you that cross training can improve your nature journaling. Just a brief mention for cross training. I've been looking at some of these amazing Far Side comics. What can you learn from these that you can apply to your nature journaling? And all kinds of other stuff that you can find at the library could help with your nature journaling as well. Because remember, cross training is important for all types of athletes, including nature journalers. And there's lots of stuff where if you think you can't do comics in your nature journal, look how simple some things are that are actually published. And in the library near you, you can get them for free. And the Wi-Fi is also really good in the parking lot as well, even though it might be distracting because there's people running around outside. But just wanted to mention that here briefly before I go into a couple other topics and a couple other updates. But first, let me see the people who are here in the comments. I see James is here, Ivea is here, and Jean are here. Thanks for the patience as I've been gone momentarily. I did finish a complete journal, and I will be doing a journal share of this one, but it's going to be for my Patreon members, which I think multiple of you who are in the live chat right now are. This will be coming up on my Patreon because I used to do these live shows always for the regular YouTube audience, but to help things out and help support the show, I've been doing them now mainly for Patreon members only. So if you want to see a complete page flip of this, it's going to be happening on my Patreon. I'll post a poll so that Patreon members can vote for it and do that journal share there. So I have been doing some journaling, even though I haven't been posting on Instagram or Facebook or all these online places as much as I usually do. So that's one thing. I've been super busy all day today and for multiple days recently applying for a big National Geographic grant to bring nature journaling into the Ecuadorian Amazon as a tool for conservation and to help create immersive nature experiences for urban youth to help create a new generation of nature stewards, which I think is going to be critically important to save the Amazon rainforest in Ecuador and the rest of the countries that have Amazon rainforest in them. The majority of the population is moving into urban centers, and a lot of them aren't exposed to nature. They're not developing an ecological ethos at that crucial age. So I designed a project and created a whole proposal for this National Geographic grant focused around nature journaling and immersive nature experiences for urban youth to help them form that ecological ethos at the right age so that in the future there's actually going to be people who care enough to protect nature. Because if that ethos, if that caring, if that connection, that emotional connection with nature isn't formed at a certain age, people don't have that same care about nature and won't work to protect it. So a couple things there. That's what I've been really busy with. I was also teaching wildlife tracking and nature journaling at a primitive skills event last week. That's why I was offline during that whole time. I have another one coming up in a week, but in the meantime, I'm living out of my car and I'm back here in Sonoma County where I used to live, visiting people and living out of my car and trying to keep up all of the good work. So just a couple updates tonight that I wanted to mention. After teaching at that event, I had to skip the super bloom. There is super bloom happening. So if you get a chance to nature journal that, do so respectfully. I have my plant press right here, and I did get a chance to press some flowers, but I didn't get to go to any of the major super bloom spots. But hopefully I will get to go to a couple locations in the foothills of the Sierra pretty soon because I'm going to be teaching at another event up there. Just going to give some love to the comment section over here. Ivea is here. Bridget, Eli just joined in. Eli is one of my super bloom sort of, what's the word? Reconnaissance people. Lee and JJ Johnson are here. And Jean, Terry, James are all here. Thanks for joining in. Just focusing on a couple updates tonight. If you missed it, this is a highly recommended reading for any nature journaler. You can get a lot of ideas from books like this. It's what I call cross training, and I highly recommend checking out some different books at your local library. I'm currently in the parking lot of the library using the Wi-Fi, which is a good pro tip if you're ever living out of your car. Okay, next one up is I'm hopefully going to be doing a Skillshare class about nature journaling, a super bloom. And if I am able to, I will spend a few days out there because it takes a long time to film those. But in case you didn't know already, I do have one out already about nature journaling in the desert. There was a lot of blooming already going on. I don't know if I would call it a super bloom, but you can check that class out on Skillshare right here. It is live, and I'm hoping to create another one soon. It's been really interesting being in the town where I used to live up here in Sonoma County, visiting people and not having an actual place to live, but being based out of my car. So a lot of emotions coming up lately. And I've mostly been super busy working on that application that I just mentioned. Um, all right. Oh, Big Dog Mo is here also. Yes, I think there's flowers going off in a lot of places. Cruiser Plain is really big. Hopefully you can go there without damaging the wildlife or being damaged by all the human wildlife. Let's see. Next up is I have a bunch of super exciting trips, actually two exciting trips this year that I wanted to mention. I've mentioned them in my newsletter, and my Patreon patrons already know about them, but I'm going to be leading a nature journaling trip from the Andes Mountains all the way down into the Amazon rainforest of Ecuador in August. It's going to be an awesome trip, nature journaling every day for 14 days. We are going to be doing a little bit of hiking. We're going to be doing a lot of night exploration, looking at reptiles and amphibians. It's going to be very exciting, very focused on nature journaling, nature nerding in a lot of different ways. That's going to be happening 2 weeks in August. You can see my website for more information about that. And then a nature journal beach vacation in Costa Rica in December. So if you want to check that out, that's going to be really fun and also really relaxing. And it's going to be the first week of December. You can find out more about both of those nature journaling trips on my website, marleypifer.com. And then if you're local in the San Francisco Bay Area, there's a really awesome trip happening this Sunday that I'm going to join in on. Kate Rudder, an amazing Patreon supporter and member, is taking taking up the torch of leading in-person nature journaling trips in the Bay Area. And she's going to be leading one. Let me check my phone real quick. She's going to be leading one this Sunday. Rattlesnakes. That makes me really want to go, Eli. Now I'm having more FOMO than ever. I wasn't able to go when I was down close to that area because I had some commitments and had to finish writing this grant. But now I'm feeling the fear of missing out more than ever. Let's see what this event is. So this Sunday, April 16th from 10 a.m. to 4:15 p.m., Kate Rudder is going to be facilitating a nature journaling trip in the Palo Alto Baylands Nature Preserve. Should be really fun. There's a lot of migratory birds happening right now. So come nature journal this Sunday with people in the San Francisco Bay Area. It's going to be really exciting. And you can find out more by subscribing to the nature, I think it's the Wild Wonder calendar on Google Calendar. So that is going to be awesome, and I will be there. Those are just basically some of the updates. I'm going to have more shows coming out soon, hopefully. Once I get a chance to edit some videos and catch up after all of this grant writing and sort of nomadic travel and teaching. So stay tuned for some nature journaling stuff that's going to be coming up. Probably going to be some wildflower related stuff and probably going to be some stuff on the Sonoma County coast. So I just wanted to come on tonight to give you some updates and let you know I'm still alive, still creating content, and really appreciate all of you. And I'm still working to use nature journaling to save the world, because that's the grant that I've been working on. Every day, I just spent all day in different libraries and coffee shops working on it. So been super busy with that and haven't had that much time to edit videos. But thanks to all of you for supporting me. And I will see you next week. All right. Bye, everyone. Bye.